What they been what they been telling you about? Because maybe I've seen it, or maybe I haven't. Because maybe I want to see it too.
It's about the woman that faked the pregnancy.
Child,
have you seen it?
Mercy.
Don't tell me about it because I'm going to go watch it tonight.
Maternal instinct.
Maternal instinct,
Bitch.
honey. Folks,
when I tell you,
girl,
it's one of them things. It's one of them things you remember, like, when we all would, like, watch, back in the day, we all watched, like, Cosby. And Cosby have, like, that controversial moment that only black people will understand. And then we out in general public, and you be like, girl, did you see last night? Like, girl.
Water cooler show. Water cooler show.
Okay. Well, so when I tell you, finish this. When you finish Maternal Instinct, just text me, girl.
Okay.
And I promise you, I will understand everything in that one word.
I was like, there is so much going on.
There is so much going on in that.
So you ready for the ketchup?
I'm ready for the ketchup.
Ready.
Oh, we're good. Okay, we're good.
Okay, here we go. This is Brunch, Blaze, and Ballad,
where we eat, elevate, and talk about
media trends from the past,
the present,
and the future
from a Black perspective.
I'm your host, Roger Turner.
And I'm your host, Alexis Bertrand.
So sit back,
spark up,
and let's get into it. Hey, Alexis.
Hey, Roger, baby. How are you doing?
I am doing pretty good. I need a little more rest. But
you just don't know how to sit down.
I don't.
You know, I figure with all of this heat, because it's summer, and I know how you feel about the summer, that you be sitting down somewhere, but you out here moving and grooving, ain't you?
No, partly I have been moving and grooving, but then when the heat hit, I'm not comfortable in the heat. Like I haven't.
You are not. I know this about you.
I haven't been able to sleep. Like even though our good air is on, it's still like not warm. Like. We can't get the temperature low enough for me to be comfortable, but high enough that my husband doesn't get sick. So if it gets to the level that I'm comfortable in, my husband's going to get sick.
No, I hear you. It's like, it just gets us to the life-sustaining temperatures.
Yeah.
That's it. Not comfort level.
I can't. So right now I've been struggle busting sleeping recently.
Baby, I'm so sorry.
But other than that, like 4th of July, we had that good sleep. Let me tell you.
What?
So my husband and I were sitting up. We were watching TV.
Wait a minute. Brunchers, I wish y'all could see me. I'm hunched over the mic because like he done made that face. Like, tell me.
We were burnt out. Like past couple of weekends, we've been out in these streets. Like Pride weekend, folks came to like visit, and so my husband was like, "Let's go out every night," and I was like, "This ain't gonna last 2 nights."
So let's go.
I was like, "This is gonna end." Like I was like, "Let's go, honey." Night 2, he was like, "Would you mind if I stayed up?" I was like, "I knew you was gonna stay home."
You got your good one.
I was like, "I knew you was gonna stay home." It's
good.
Okay, honey.
Good baby.
But we just like had people over, or we were out with people,
Ooh,
and so we finally were like, we need to like rest. So we had like a weekend. We were like, leave people. We need to stop talking to people.
We need to stop looking at people. Don't look at me. Don't call me.
So it's late. We just binged a whole series or something. And, weather report said it was going to be a thunderstorm. And I was like, is that thunder? And my husband was like, this feels like it's too long to be thunder, but it does sound like thunder. We don't think about it. Next thing you know, I was like, is that gunshots? Why do I keep hearing all these explosions? Oh, it's the 4th of July. Girl, we forgot about the 4th of July. We was stood up in that house so comfortable, we didn't even know the whole holiday had gone. It was it was literally midnight.
You know what that?
And people was doing their home firecrackers out in the streets before we realized it was actually the 4th of July.
That's how you know you live in a black and brown household in America. Y'all like, what they out here doing on the 4th? We is not checking for that holiday, baby.
We didn't even get up on nobody's roof to go see the fireworks.
We didn't know.
Nothing.
I don't care about none of that.
And my husband was like, oh, that Rolling Thunder we heard was the fireworks show.
Not the Rolling Thunder.
It was. We completely forgot.
And hold on. But the T is, did you move after you realized that it was fireworks?
Oh, no. We were like...
That's the part. That's it.
After that, we was like, oh, that's what that was.
Okay.
And we went right on back to that TV.
That's it right there.
Fell asleep on the couch.
We should not be moving. We don't care about this. We don't care about this right here.
How was your brunch, boo-boo?
My brunch was great. So, since it's summer and I'm like sleeping more, because school's out of session, hallelujah, I love these kids.
Yes.
But baby, y'all gone. And so now my whole nervous system has realized the babies are gone.
You gotta, usually when I see you, you got an after school drag on.
Yeah. I do have after school drag. Sometimes my eyebrows be off my face because it's wind burned by all the foolishness. No. I love my work.
You got a good, comfortable summer. I've been chilling at the house.
Child, I done had a pillow on me for a good time. It's been great. It's been great. So although like my doggy a little sick, y'all pray for my doggy. No. Yeah, my doggy's a little sick. We're dealing with some stuff there, but long story short, he's recovering just nicely.
Good job.
And so, we keeping, love you, PJ, even though he can't listen to this and will never understand this, but, still putting it out there. So anyway, life has still been good. So in terms of brunch, your boy has been having like omelets. I've been feeling like I'm bougie.
You said omelets.
Omelets, because I've been having one like every day. Like I just like, I want a spinach and I don't know if you can tell brunchers, but I'm feeling a little sedity when I have my omelet. So, because, I'm feeling a little lighter these days.
Is it a nice little soft turned omelet? A little Julia Child perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect
a little barefoot Contessa moment.
Fuck that bitch. She ain't never washed her hands when she was cooking. I hate her show. But go ahead.
Why you go from straight intellectual to straight hood and the second like, no, fuck that one right there. Like I'm good, but not her.
Don't judge me. I just curious. Just a question. Do you no ketchup on your eggs?
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm just asking because I know some black people that do it. They put ketchup on their eggs. You ketchup.
Yeah, I'm all the way in the country. I absolutely put ketchup on my eggs.
Oh, okay.
But not on everything. So on an omelet,
no ketchup.
No
ketchup.
Right, but they're scrambled because I like grits and stuff.
It.
Like I put ketchup on it if I want to. But an omelet, no, ma'am. Okay. That is not ladylike. And I don't play these goddamn games when it comes to
I know people
omelets.
that like have ketchup with their omelet.
On my omelet? Mm-hmm. What kind of society are we living in? We are just savages.
I mean, that's what they used to do at IHOP. They used to they used to put the ketchup on the
This is
omelet
summertime.
for you.
This is summertime, Alexis. IHOP. What is that?
Who is her? IHOP went down. You can't go to IHOP no more.
You can't touch it, girl.
Disgusting.
And it went like below like Waffle House. Like Waffle House has a standard to me that IHOP is just below that. I
mean, Waffle House used to be it back in the day.
It still is.
Used to be. I've been hit with not since they. I don't know. There's a lot of fighting going on.
Okay, so I don't know where you grew up. But when is the fighting never not happened at the Waffle House?
Oh well, that's the part. I done grew up around Waffle Houses. I grew up on them, like on the road when we was doing the road trip.
Girl, we knew what time to go to the Waffle House if you wanted to just eat or if you wanted to eat and a show.
Oh, so my time when I was at the Waffle House was in the middle of the day with my grandparents on a road trip. That's
just God's covering.
That's how I know.
Y'all should have walked.
Because let me tell you how I've never been in a Waffle House at night. Oh, that's not true. I've been in a Waffle House one time at night, and it was during Freaknik.
That's why you are traumatized. I need you to go to therapy. That alone, that like that Waffle House during Freaknik.
It was on the last Freaknik.
Ooh, you okay? That's you have locked those memories away, sir.
Well, not all of them.
Oh shit! Okay,
not all of them.
What was you doing with the syrup?
None of your business.
I'm gonna mind my business. How was your brunch?
I was great. I had a good time eating over at Junior's again. I had me a regular, good old, complete breakfast. On a scale of 1 to 10, why am I clapping all of a sudden?
Because you high.
I hope that wasn't in the mic. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how high are you?
You was saying it with your chest. I know.
My knuckles, apparently.
Oh my God. I'm just saying, okay, I don't know what I'm saying.
How high are you?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Scale of 1 to 10.
There it is.
All right. It's above a 7.
Bitch. And you had that line, girl. I'm at a good 9. I am holding on.
Ooh, you were holding on.
I am holding on.
You bare knuckling it.
I am bare knuckling that shit. I am Sigourney Weaver telling that goddamn alien, you get away from her. Okay, I'm white knuckling that shit right now.
Okay.
Hold on.
I am at.
I didn't even ask the question, girl.
Oh wait, go ahead.
How are you, Roger? How high are you?
Well, I thought I was on. I'm a lot higher than I thought I was. I'm gonna have to raise that number a little bit.
You come on now. Come on up here.
Exactly. Completely skip the question. I'm at 8.5. I'm at 8.5.
Okay, I'm not even gonna hold you.
I'm climbing.
You climbing steadily.
It's steady. I'm
then
up
we
there.
might want to get to it.
You want to tell the people what we're talking about?
So we won't tell the people what we're talking about. So listen, bunches, you might not have known this, but life be lifing. And so I mentioned at the end of it was the end of my school year. Roger was like wrapping up some projects, stepping into other projects. We just had a lot going on. So we have not been able to see each other
face to face in
a few weeks. And I hate it, right? Because even though yes, we are recording episodes, I've said this to Roger offline, that this has become a ritual. We live in New York City. The city is a lot.
It is a lot.
So any times that you can be intentional about your time, that makes you feel grounded and centered, and routine can really help. So it's it became a thing. Shit, I ain't talked to Roger. I'm and I don't even, and I talked to Roger because I don't like these other hoes. So anyway, what we decided to do is, we don't like too many. I mean, we like the people we like.
The circle is small.
The circle be small, y'all.
The circle is small.
What we decided to do is capitalize on that moment, that when we are away, we don't stop absorbing content. We are always watching and looking at things, and sometimes we'll text each other and be like, oh, okay, we'll save it for cast. We'll save it for the cast. Mm-hmm. And so here we are. So capitalize on that moment. We want to catch up with the things we've been watching. So this episode is entitled Something You Might Have Heard Before, but this is our second part. Our next installment.
Yes.
There you go.
Second edition.
Second edition. So the title of the episode is Girl, What You Been Watching 2.
All right. This is, I can't believe we've only done one other of these.
Well, you know what? Shout out to you, because I don't think they know that. Roger keeps my ass, this whole operation moving. He's like the cyborg, for those of you who are on this, DC. He does all of it. The man is, I don't know, a one-man entertainment industry. He can do the publication side of it. He can do the back end. He's like Oz. He can do the shit that's happening behind the curtain and do the shit that's in front of the curtain while he's dropping the curtain. That's what he does. So we haven't had to do one of these in a long time because you keep us moving and you keep us grooving. So shout out to you. But look how crazy life has to be for both of us in order for this to happen.
For this to happen.
Because you do such a great job. So I just wanted that on.
I appreciate you. Thank
you.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, girl. You know I love you, girl.
So let's get caught up. Let's talk about some of the things that we watched.
All right. So I know the first thing we both
was
let's start with, we got to talk about this BET Awards.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
Okay, so there's a couple of things here. One, I already have a strange relationship with my feelings around BET, in terms of who owns it, aka the white people,
right?
And they open up this council of all these black iconic, legendary people in sports and entertainment that are on this council, essentially, from what I understand, to represent what gets put on, essentially, programming for BET, for black programming for BET. Mm-hmm. And so in all of our talks around award shows, and brunchers, and I know our brunchers agree, where we have struggled and where we persevere and where we fight as a people to be fully represented, to see ourselves in these different award shows. And we understand the importance of having our own, right? So here come the BET Awards, Black Entertainment Television Awards. And it's supposed to be the celebration of cultural blackness. And I'm not saying that it's not. In many ways, I think it was.
Yeah.
It's just I know who's behind that curtain.
Right.
And I'm like, ugh. Like,
So-
part of me always says, ugh.
So what did you think of the show, like, overall?
I liked, many things I liked. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, for award shows, like I'm not a big fan of like award shows anyway, because they tend to run in a weird way that's not entertaining for the audience to watch.
Right.
But for award shows, this wasn't a bad award show. There were definitely things I enjoyed. There were definitely things that were like, could have been better.
Right. But that's the give and take I give with like award show. Okay, this could have been stepped up a little bit. I think there are things that are like non-negotiables. Like when they do tributes, I'm like, we've always argued this. The tributes never hit right? Like something to me, that's the non-negotiable versus something like somebody's live performance of their first hit single or something.
It depends on like, I have this thing about like BET, like when certain people like pass, we're like, especially if they're people of color, Grammys, the Video Music Awards, like all these different like wider audience award shows, we're like, they didn't get it right.
Yeah, exactly.
They were like, did it right. But BET will always get the people that we know was supposed to be on the stage, or we'll get people that the Grammys don't think of.
That's fair. And they did, and so to your point of like, there were things to like, I liked the people that they chose.
I enjoyed
these tributes.
I enjoyed these tributes. I feel like the tributes were probably the highlight of the show. Were they all perfect? No. But they were definitely, as a whole, as a tribute, these tributes were better than I've seen in a really long time. In fact, I feel like I think I enjoyed this BET a lot more than I have past BETs. Yeah.
Which is interesting, because it's like, I think that's where I think I was okay to wrestle. Oh, before I go into that, like my last point on that, because I don't want to spend too much time. I know we have a list here. I didn't mind Drewski's hosting. I think what you and I are witnessing, I think what we're all witnessing is really the involvement of someone who's really working on his comedic timing, his content, and I think which makes him smart is that he leans into the shit talking that people do around the things he's done, right? So for him to play up that whole thing with Keke Palmer around like her, this should have been her job in that whole moment, it's like he always finds a way into narratives that are being spun about the things that he's doing or not doing. Right. I just think it's smart. Even if I didn't like it, or even if I thought it was controversial, you can't now talk about that without including him in it.
Yes. My thing about Drewski is like, I wish they had put more work or writing into the show for him. I enjoyed him. I just felt like he wasn't as funny as I know he can be. I think that has a lot to do with like content creation, and live performance don't always translate. And I feel like his experience as a live performer is still very young. And like, I want him, he didn't do a bad job. I just feel like there's more growing that needs to be done, and he could be as funny as I feel like he is when I watch his content.
Agreed.
And I like that they did some of the skits that he's done before, but I feel like there wasn't enough new material that they could have done, that we could have seen for the first time, because he's funny in new material. He's inventing new things all the time. And I just feel like there wasn't enough writing, there was enough investment in preparing that show for him. And rather they just leaned into what they knew he was comfortable with.
I agree with that. I think as much as I like a coexisting truth, as much as I love the fact that he was able to, there was a moment where I was like, oh, okay, wow, he can do this. Can he carry this? By the end, it felt a little bit like shtick, because it was like the same kind of meat and potatoes over and over again. And then as the show got more progressively, I think this is a great point you bring up, as the show for me got more progressively glamorous and awardsy, he just felt like the court jester.
Yeah.
You know
like
what I mean?
there wasn't enough.
Where's
like
the balance where
he
like
felt if he definitely was entertaining, but it still felt green.
Right. And I think that's interesting because I'm like, why am I feeling this way about the BET Awards?
Right.
You
right,
see,
right.
oh, has it now moved to this
like I want
level of excellence?
I want him to keep doing stuff like this because he'll grow and he'll get better at it.
Absolutely.
It's just there was a point where he says, I'm the youngest person ever to host the awards show for BET. And there was like a lukewarm applause.
It was like,
it was like,
girl, we can see it.
Exactly. Everybody was like, girl, we know.
We know.
Oh, we can see it. We know you just got here.
Yeah.
So yeah, those two things. But I really love those. Drewski, I want him to keep doing live, like hosting things, because I know he will get better at that. He is just not as funny as I know he can be in this particular night. The tributes were beautiful. Kelly, Calandria Rowland came out there looking
head
like
turning, head stopping.
Looking stunning.
I was like, my God.
Looking like
she has not aged.
Sunlight walking in a room at night.
I mean,
she was gorgeous. And Janet looked like I will wear what I want.
Even with mother.
Janet came in there and said, I'm going to wear what I want and you'll still love it.
And we ate every bit of it.
And she said, I'm going to need y'all to sit down in the back so I can see the teleprompter, please.
Like, she is still mother.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah.
And like, Tiana, like,
is her name Tayana? Is her name because
you're right.
Because is her name pronounced Tayana? Because I've been saying Tiana, but Janet said Tayana like twice, and then
Janet Jackson said Tayana Taylor,
and
then
Tayana, and then MC Light said Tayana after that.
Tayana Taylor. We will stand corrected.
Tayana, have we been saying your name wrong all this time?
So
and it took a Grammy for you to start correcting people?
It took an icon.
A Golden Globe.
It took an icon. Two icons. Because you said Light and Janet. When they both said Tayana. So Tayana Taylor's just...
I was like, have we
having that vulnerable moment with like when they asked her, how did you feel when you met Janet? She was like, I mean, she said it in her speech, but you could just tell, like, I have drank this woman's juice like my entire life, and she's now giving me this award. Like that, I really cared about the BET Awards.
It was,
even though like the shit that I don't like who owns BET, so but, I really cared about this
about
award.
that who owns it. There was two things that like made me uncomfortable that I was like noticing, because I'm always noticing things.
See, yes, that's what I
the
want to
thing
talk
that
to
is
you
not
about
noticing. Like, this is one of the few like BET Awards where like no one was saying anything political. No one used their platform, with the exception of like Sylvia Rhone. Sylvia Rhone talked about like we make the algorithm does not make us. I love that has been a game changer in the world of music, that a lot of people don't actually know her name. I feel like a lot of people learned her name first. So I
thought that was so dope.
I thought it was so dope that she got the award. But at the same time, nobody's using their platform to say things, especially in this period in time that we're in America, and for no one to say anything. I think there was a great time for us to talk about that our voting rights are being stolen. Like
right.
Yeah,
so
like,
I'm like, that's where I'm like,
that's clearly a black issue, and like no one got up and said anything about it. And I was like, nobody's talking about this administration. Nobody's doing none of that.
Bring out Maxine Waters just to have a moment to say go vote at least.
No, none of that.
Ain't no Jasmine Crockett coming in here saying you registered.
So none of those things are happening.
We can't register to vote. That's the shit that I was like, I don't know if I like this.
So none of that's happening. And something I noticed during the D'Angelo tribute.
Talk to me now.
So the D'Angelo tribute, great.
Buttery.
First of all,
it was so good.
I know half them Negroes did not know who Ray was, but they were standing on their feet when she got to end of that song.
You better.
Because when they panned across that audience, they was like,
why is she out
here?
They
was like, oh, who's this?
It was like, wait a minute. We invite people to the cookout?
They were like, is she? And then she got to them notes. They was like, oh, she is one of us.
She said that microphone is on.
And she said, I'm going to have these shoes off.
She said Mariah Carey walked. I hear.
Forget about ponytail. But anyway, so during the tribute, to the D'Angelo tribute, I was like, I know Duran Bernard is there. And I see him on the stage, and I know he's about to sing his little face off, and he stood his little narrow behind up on that table and sang his fucking face off for that audience. And in that moment, I immediately thought, when was the last time I saw an openly queer person on the main stage at BET?
Singing, mic on, not having a little moment on stage.
And then
that was pretty historic.
I was like, wait, is this the first time I'm seeing an openly queer person on the main stage at the BET Awards?
At the quote unquote Black award show.
And I said openly queer.
Yes,
because Queen Latifah been out here, but it took until
I'm gonna shut up.
Right. It took us until she MC Lyte is married to a man.
You said queer. I know what the hell you said. I heard you. She could be married to a man and she could be queer.
That's true too.
In the name of Jesus.
Again, openly queer people out here on the BET. And it made me think a lot about like how we as a community have not had our queer individuals represented in our largest platforms. And it made me also, when I thought about that, I also saw like Kev on Stage, another interview with content creator Kaylin Allen.
Oh, yeah.
And Kaylin Allen shared with Kev on Stage that he's never been invited to an NAACP Image Award or a BET Award. And he was like, it's not like I'm asking y'all to give me an invitation, but I've been to the VMAs, I've been to the VH1 Awards, I've been to the Grammys, I've been to all these other things, but I can't get invited to the BET Awards. And I was like, oh, that's definitely, and he was like, and I'm not the only one. And I was like, I understand this to be a thing with other queer content creators that I'm aware of. And of the moment that we have a content creator that's on the main stage, someone like Kaylin Allen has never been invited to the BET Awards. So that's
what I call one of those history making and history shaking moments. It's like you see Duran up there, right? And you're like, oh my God, and they did it. It's just organic, right? It wasn't this big thing like, and the first openly queer person performing. He's just here, right?
He's just here.
And at the same time, in the same telecast, we're having this epiphany of like, well, I haven't been invited. And it's interesting that that conversation's happened with Kev on Stage, who has, in his other stuff, have been having conversations, particularly around Christianity and queerness and all that. Like, it's just been it's interesting how, God works, right? How she works out. So anyway, we spent a lot of time on BET.
Let's go on to our next.
Okay. So these next couple ones are the next couple ones I want to talk about are like tied together. So this is what I call the state of the damn country, girl. So I saw, and I know you saw or heard of the 250th anniversary. Happy birthday to the United States.
Well, I heard about it the next day because you clearly saw what happened right. to me on the 4th of July.
So, child, and it's just another note on the list of just bullshit coming out of this goddamn administration. So, girl, they just set up all the tents. They done set up the Ferris wheel with that green damn pool, right, in the background out on Washington, D.C. And you done brought out to celebrate the 250 years this country been in existence. And about 250 people showed up.
Because who's going to that?
But the funniest shit, right, child, even...
And they were like...
What?
And they were like, there's a similar... event that was happening in DC that had a similar title. So there were performers that thought they were signing up to perform at that
one space,
and then found out they were going to the Trump thing, and they were like, "Oh no, I'm not doing that." They are canceling out the last minute, like, "Oh wait, I didn't know it was that."
Like,
no,
well, we get to keep your deposit. They like keep
it. I'm not coming.
I'm not coming to that.
I'm not coming to that.
The funniest shit I saw was the damn broadcasters, because they're talking about it, right? They got the broadcasters, and behind them on the green screens is all the people who are having fun at the event. All you saw was grass,
right,
and tents. So when you take out about the 100 people who were working the event, I said, this is
This
crazy.
is about 6, 7 people.
And the best shit that I saw was because I didn't watch the whole thing. Brunches don't even play with me. I didn't watch the whole thing. But I just like to dip my toe. What y'all doing over here? What y'all doing over here? And the best part is when they had the fireworks.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear about this?
No, what happened?
The fireworks were so bad.
Oh.
And so much that it turned the airspace toxic. With people wheezing and running. And so if I saw a sped up video, like they're just going off. But they're not going off and they're going off rapidly through the whole thing. And it's creating this huge, ugly cloud of shit to the point where you can't even see the fireworks.
Oh, so what?
That's how much smoke.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have cancel DEI. Because the qualified people of color that were there doing the jobs are replaced by white people with a hope and a MAGA flag.
No, not just white people. Empty space. You know they've been eliminating jobs.
No,
don't need nobody do it.
I was talking about the people that was at empty spaces and eliminating jobs and just eliminating a whole safety checks and
don't bother.
things that I'm like, we don't need anybody to do that. Let's
put it up.
Let's just show up tomorrow and be rock stars.
That's right. The fuck happened? I said, what is? Oh, and then the rain hit. The best part, the rain hit. The rain hit so bad, Roger, that a large group of white people had to go take this. I saw they had to go take shelter inside the National African American History Museum, and I said, "That's God." That is all them red hat and their best red hat.
Surrounded by history. And they in there, it's sitting right there on the wall. You can't leave. So I'm sure somebody learned something that day.
You either take shelter in the black people's house or face imminent harm from a natural disaster. You want to talk about God?
Let me talk about God said, get your asses up in this.
You're going to learn something black today.
You're going to learn something black today. She was like, if you're going to come out here and do this foolishness, you need to be. If you spent your money to come all the way out here, let me give you something.
You're gonna come to this. And I just recently went to the museum. It is beautiful. They got all these beautiful art pieces right there in the open. They got, when I tell you, you couldn't leave without some black culture.
Right. And there's lessons, there's writings that are on there. They give you
I love it.
The sections and why we're doing these different things. And I was like, oh, somebody learned why that museum is there.
And they immediately open their doors to you. So don't forget that.
I mean, they could have left you out there in that street.
But they didn't.
I
just want to make sure we talked about that because that.
You know why they did? Because I don't work there. Because guess who would have been?
I don't see nobody. Ain't nobody outside.
Uh-huh.
You just standing there. I don't see nobody. Ain't nobody. We're so glad you don't work there, Roger.
Yeah, Billy Bob and Courtney would have gotten struck by lightning.
Just.
Well, if I had been working there.
So, when I saw that, I said, you know what? Happy anniversary, America. Because that is life imitating art and art imitating life. So, to the juxtaposition of.
In the meantime, over in Chicago.
Barack and Michelle said, let me show you classy black.
Okay.
The unveiling, the launching of this Obama Presidential Center in Southside Chicago, it is glorious. And when everybody came to this, he had everybody on roll, including there's this beautiful shot of him and all the standing or living presidents, which I thought was beautiful. And he has always been consistent with that. They all showed up there. And
they do, because they like him.
They all like each other. You could tell they actually talked to each other. They all showed up. Their wives showed up.
Even that war criminal.
Even though that fool, him over there, who literally is living his best life. Because I think if Michelle stopped being his friend, he would die. But but it's okay. So, and then the most. I love how they've named certain areas and everybody just having a good time. People doing Soul Train lines in and outside of the Presidential Center. I want us to take a trip. I want to schedule a trip to go there. And I loved Michelle's and Barack's speeches to each other. It is just really great to see them post presidential administration continue to just kind of like what do you do? Like, yes, they've done the books and they've done the tours and they have the podcast, but every place they show up with a lot of heart. And I love how we get to see not only them, but we actually get to see their relationship evolve, which I think is a beautiful thing. And the last thing that I'll say is, being an educator, I love that this presidential center is connected with the public library.
Oh yeah,
so that its connection to there and just keeping.
So like just a quick rundown of like the Obama Presidential Center, which past presidents usually have a presidential library, but he had Obama Presidential Center is a branch of the Chicago Public Library, a community athletic facility. Has expansive landscape, public parks, gardens, and is a museum, a community center, and conference facilities, and houses the Obama Center. So it's several different things, and they talk about how it's not just a library, but it's also a museum, and it's also a place to inspire community development and nonprofit projects.
I love this.
So organizers can come in and use the facilities to, be the next part of our American history.
It's just dope. So as this foolishness, they literally blowing up the Capitol.
Okay.
In plumes of toxic smoke. He over here is two-stepping. He got ex-presidents to, ex-football players and media stars two-stepping to celebrate this community center. I thought that was just stupid dope.
And I thought it was a beautiful, I didn't see the whole ceremony. What I did, I'm sure it was a beautiful ceremony. What I did see was Michelle's speech and the opening. She was like, Barack, you got to look at me. Look at me. Don't look away.
Don't look away.
And I was like, oh, he about to cry.
I was like, he about to cry. And little did I know, I ended up crying too. I was crying. But I just love how Black excellence is just really shining through. I think that's what we were getting at really with the BET Awards, which I think holds a place in our hearts, is because with all that is going on, it is great to see just Black excellence just be what it is.
Right.
So anyway, I wanted to shift into film, and I also just wanted to mention quickly, speaking to that, I wanted for all of our brunchers, and whether I'm not a big football fan, but the FIFA World Cup, I think
y'all are in these streets, y'all.
Everybody in these streets, like repping for their countries. It's a beautiful thing to see, even with all the hateful, ugly ass shit that is happening globally. Also globally, this sport event just captures people's hearts. Now, I do have some, judgments or I have some feelings around how people in mass show up. But when I look at the beautiful side about it, it's nice to see countries come together like this for the sport.
And it confirmed for me how vast the diaspora is.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
You see Black people represented in every country, on every team. Majority of the countries there are,
blackness, dark skin, dark African rooted.
And I was like, as you're watching, I did not watch a lot of the World Cup, but what I did see of it, I was like, oh, there are Black people over there too. Oh, there are Black people over there too.
Uruguay.
Yeah, there's a full diaspora. So we are, I want us to start paying attention when people start saying the global majority. I think I definitely want us to start thinking about Black people as that global majority more often than that phrase is not for Black people as much.
No.
But we are so much more about the global majority.
Ooh, and to that point, I would want people who are struggling with that to first start with this, to understanding that biraciality, being biracial or being multiracial is a very real thing. A lot of these players do carry nationalities or ethnicities from multiple countries, and then they choose, right? Depending if many of them have, I can choose to represent this country because this is a part of my heritage. And I think when people can just understand that we are moving. So we have moved and we will continue to move from just being one or the other, that will actually be a nuance. That is what I have learned through my work, is that it gets people, once you open that door, you have to accept them.
Well, you know
right?
what? It's
like
a thing.
It helps pull down the anti-blackness. So when people understand, oh, to your point, that it is across a diaspora of different places and regions and countries and continents and stuff, that, yeah, people carry biracial identities or multiracial identities, and many of those happen to be of African descent or
Well,
origin.
you know what? And that's just it, is that it doesn't become an issue unless Black is involved.
And what we're saying is Black is all involved.
and like,
it's all involved.
Everybody else gets to be racial. Like, you know, when white people can claim all of these other different countries and like understand that you can be different things in your identity, I think Black people are often forced to like choose.
Yes.
And that we don't have to. We also deserve to claim the fullness of who we are. And
so, to your point, like, it becomes a great checkmate when you can say, okay, I understand that people are multiracial. Okay. So you can understand that a person can hold the identity of multi-races. So you can't look at these other ones and not look at the Blackness. Like, like it's there. Because what we're saying is, like, we're everywhere. We're showing up everywhere.
We in all the things.
We've been here. Well, we've been to that continent probably before you were, friend. Like we keeping it all the way real. So I love that I'm seeing this, that we're seeing this with the FIFA Cup. So I wanted to, before we turn to film, before we wrap this up, I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to put that out there because I've been seeing this love. It's been nice to see.
It is. It's been beautiful. What do you want to get to next?
So let's do we're going to wrap this up, the last third of this, right, with, we ain't talked about no films. And we ain't talked about no shows. So I know there's been something you've been dying to talk about. So let's start here because I know we got like 3 on our list before we wrap up. So let's start with the first one. You've been telling me about a particular project.
Go ahead.
I Love Boosters.
Okay, so I Love Boosters.
Now, what's going on here?
All right, so I Love Boosters by Boots Riley has two different reactions right now. So it did get...
No, wait, what is this about? Now, this is the one with, because I don't think I've seen this. This is the one with Kiki, right?
This is with Keke Palmer. It stars Keke Palmer. Boots Riley did Sorry to Bother You.
Okay. That whole kind of world.
Yeah, Boots Riley has a very specific style that is very surreal, but very, he's a very unique and very good filmmaker. Okay. And so... you get 2 different reactions. People either love or hate this movie. And
it's that divisive.
It's that divisive. And it's not just...
Or that divided, sorry.
Yeah, it's that divided. And I feel like, first of all, if you're a white film critic, get out of here. I'm not even listening to you. You don't have... If you pan this movie, you don't have the... you don't have the qualifications to be able to.
What you're saying is, if
critique
you
this
panned
movie,
it's because you actually lack the qualifications to critique it.
That's why it's panned. Right. That's
you
why
can't understand what you don't know.
Because you can't understand what you just watched. And and for black filmmaker and for black critics that did not like this, black critics that did not like this also did appreciate how well this movie was done. But they went in expecting a certain type of like clean cut narrative
based on what had happened before in the
No, just that they're not used to a Boots Riley style of movie.
Got you.
You're not, if you're going in to watch like a straightforward like narrative, something like from Ava DuVernay or something like that, you're not going to get that in this movie.
So unless you're familiar with his work, you don't even know what you're walking into.
If you're going in here expecting to go on a ride, you're going to enjoy this movie. You're going to enjoy this movie. There are some crazy turns. I appreciate that this movie exists because it's a very important movie. It's a very important movie that has a message about labor. It takes a lot of wild turns and swings because creatively he employed there's 100 different types of labor that are used to create this movie about labor.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes, he does it.
That is really
He does an
interesting.
amazing job of using stop animation, the costume, the makeup, like so many different styles of movie craftsmanship went into crafting a movie about labor.
In order to make his wow, okay, that's cool. He used a lot of the art to make his point about the art.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's important that
That's a really interesting
and
project.
like it's a important movie. It's an important movie about labor in a very important time about American labor.
Good
so
point.
it's a very good movie. I really enjoyed it.
You'd recommend this?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
it's a brilliant. First, just alone, I'm not going to spoil it, but Boots Riley has literally my favorite metaphor for a fuckboy that I've ever seen in a movie before or in a creative work ever before in my life. Like it literally captures the draw and the appeal of a fuckboy and the absolute like reason why you need to stay the fuck away from a fuckboy.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's a beautiful metaphor that gives you a clear understanding of what that is. But also a great movie. So we can move on to a different.
I love that. Thank you. I love that in the list. I got a recommendation.
So if you can get yourself together, watch it high.
Okay, got you.
Ooh, what? It'll be a special ride if you watch I Love Boosters high.
Okay, now before we move on real quick, have you ever watched Fight Club high?
I have not.
Okay. You and your boo, if y'all ever just want to go on a ride, go and get gummied up and watch Fight Club.
That's not going to happen because I'm not going to watch anything with Brad Pitt ever again.
Damn, that was true. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
That's true. That's right. This is before we knew all that shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch
That's
that.
right. That's right. Okay, never mind. But okay. Maybe Inception. No, I won't mess with Inception.
Ooh, Inception High would be dope.
That'd be that kind of drove me crazy. That was too much. That was too much for me.
Inception High would.
I had to go run and pop in Friday.
Really?
I couldn't do it. It was too.
It couldn't do that
it's too
for
much.
you?
It's too much. It's like now you got me thinking too much. Anyway, moving on.
Go ahead.
But all right, I will watch that one. So I'm glad we got a rec. Okay, now something we both seen, and this is when we get into we about to spoil some stuff for y'all. Okay, so this is where we are.
I think you should expect for us to spoil things because I like to talk about things analytically.
I mean, if we're talking about it, then we hear.
Yeah.
So we both seen the Supergirl.
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, so we both seen.
We're gonna talk more about this later.
Yes.
We're gonna talk more about this later, but basically, let's talk about how we felt about this movie.
Okay, great. So, being that, what I'll say, I read a lot of I love reading. You know, I love reading comics. Everybody loves. I love reading comics, and I love that a Supergirl movie was coming. What I liked about the film is that they completely allowed Kara Zor-El's character to be something very different. Right. You get that out the gate. She's
than
very
any
different.
Supergirl portrayal that you've ever seen before.
Right. And in the way I think the way she was allowed to portray the character allows this idea that Superman Clark Kent did come from a race of people. She is a different Kryptonian. She just absolutely is. I love that. I think the choice to make her teenager, I think I understand the choice. It's because even though I wish she would have been allowed to be older, because I think that's a comic book head in my mind, I also walked away like this is the first time we've seen a teenager, like this is a teenage or coming of age, out of teenage, but the youngest superhero is my point.
Yeah.
We've seen on screen, and it allowed the youthness of it all to be there. We haven't seen that. Like if we look at Marvel from a grand scale, with the exception of maybe I think Agatha Christie's All Along movie film that they did, most of Marvel's all adult. It is always adults doing the shit. And so here's the first time we get to see someone that is just young.
With the exception of Spider-Man.
Thank you. That's a very
Spider-Man, Miss Marvel,
the television show. Major motion picture, but to your point,
yes,
Spider-Man. Absolutely,
it's the first major movie we get to see a teenager besides Spider-Man.
Yes, his first one, he was 17. Yep, you're right. Even though he was supposed to be 17, but anyway. But to your point, I think for DC, they've never done that.
Right.
And so those are the things that I actually liked about it. I thought it was a fun ride. I thought Jason Momoa as Lobo was spot on. I think he should be that. I have some questions about the makeup, but I think I like that it was a wild. It was a ride. If I went in just to go in for a fun ride, I think I got one.
Thematically and presentation-wise, was it a perfect movie? No, it wasn't. There were things that could have done better about this movie. Did it deserve the vitriol that it got?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. It is not as terrible as this. It does not deserve the terrible critiques that it's getting. Is it a terrible movie? No. Can it be done better? Yes. But these terrible critiques, and especially, we're going to talk more about this at another point in time.
We're going to do a whole episode on this piece.
But the manosphere response to this movie, absolutely trash.
Yes.
But and there's some critics that were just not qualified to critique this movie, period.
Right. And I want to be careful, like, because there have been, I think what I'll say lastly here is, like, I'm always careful when I'm looking at someone's critique of a movie like Supergirl or some, particularly when it's, like you said, we'll get into this later, female-led superhero movies, and they'll compare a movie that they think is bad to a movie that is literally iconic and awesome. There was like, oh my God, Supergirl is awful, for example, but man, we're never going to get another Avengers Endgame. Why the fuck are you comparing Supergirl to an Endgame?
And like, oh, Supergirl was so bad, the villain was too weak. The villain was weak in the first movie, in the first Iron Man movie.
I'm like, what do we talk, right? Like, so.
The first Iron Man movie, the villain was weak.
Right. I think so. Honestly, brunchers, I think it's a fun ride. I think as much as we love superhero movies have also birthed the manosphere, in my opinion. I think it was hidden or subverse in other movies. I think the last type of movie, like when I think about the action genre, that's the last time I saw like the manosphere really kick up, because women have not really been not allowed for years to be leading in action movies.
I feel like we need to do a show on that. That is a very unique point of. I don't think anyone's talking about that. How the Marvel movies, in part, is responsible for the birth of the manosphere.
I absolutely believe that, because it's always existed in comic book reading. And we talked about this, and I'll say this, and
I think you're absolutely right about it. But
right?
Go ahead.
Especially when we got into the visualization of it, like the female characters were always drawn very sexualized.
Absolutely.
And then, so I think because there's now so many superhero movies that it just now took those people from the comics and put them right in the movies.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll talk more about that.
All right.
And finally, okay, I'm really interested in this because we want to talk about the finale of The Bear. So The Bear just ended, right?
Ooh.
And so I want to hear this, because what I told Roger is that I just finished watching Shameless from episode 1 through all 11 seasons, and I followed the career, and your boy's on there, Jeremy
Allen White,
which
you just reminded me that he was in
Shameless.
I forgot he was in that series.
So I watched, and I did this in anticipation because I want to start The Bear. And I know that you
haven't started it.
No, but I'm gonna watch it because and that's something that I do on the side. I like taking a series that has been talked about, won awards and everything, that is a complete series in and of itself, and then I'll go back and watch it from start to finish. So now I want to pick up watching The Bear, but you finished it. So I'm actually here for the spoiler of the finale, but I want to talk about. You just watched it, so what is your review?
It is a great gateway vehicle for a Black woman that I've ever seen before in my life.
Really?
Yes. It is a series that is introduced to you by a lot of white characters, but ultimately it is a origin story for a Black heroine by the time you get to the end.
Wow, that's an interesting payoff.
Yeah.
We rarely see this.
It is beautiful. It is a beautiful series. You see a lot of characters that go through a lot of trouble and turmoil, and you see them win and become heroes. It's a heartwarming, beautiful struggle story that has a lovely ending. Like it does all of its character. I will say this is in my top 3 of series finales.
Are you serious? That's a big statement.
Of series finales. It is in my top 3 of series finales
of
that
all
I've ever
time.
seen. Of all time, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think they did an excellent job of putting the bow on the series.
So you watched the entire series.
I've
right?
watched the entire series,
and you would, and you recommend it because
I recommend it. I recommend watching this. I recommend. I don't think you will see a series that is a perfect vehicle for a dark-skinned Black woman. I think it'll be a long time before we get to see this again because of the time and the period that television is going into right now. But this is, if you want to see a property with a dark-skinned Black woman in it, The Bear is it. The Bear does an excellent job. Io Debris, first off, is brilliant in this series.
I keep hearing.
And
That's
then the evolution of her character, chef's kiss.
Oh, I
don't
love
know
that.
who was in there in that writing room.
Was writing the ass off.
Io was in there in that writing room.
Like, stop playing.
She.
Oh, really? This is amazing.
Yeah, like she had a hand in writing her character.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So yes, that was go see it. Watch it, finish the series. If you have not watched it, watch the entire series. You get to watch it all at once.
I'm going to.
If you have not watched the final season, it is gratifying if you're a fan of the Bear. But yeah, that's where I am with that.
I love that. Thank you. See, you know what? And you know, Brunches, we hadn't even talked about that. I had forgotten that you were watching The Bear, like I said, and I was looking at Shameless. And now I'm on the hunt for another great scripted show. And so, you know what? I'm going to go with that. So that's all I have, boo. That's all I've been doing since I haven't seen you. That's all that's been going on with me, you know. And we here for more. We got more movies and more stuff and more film and more music.
This is a summer of movies. I think we definitely should talk about like this was a superhero like summer that happened this summer. There was some good.
Oh my God, yes. You know.
Did you watch He-Man yet?
No, and I think that's a fun ride too.
Girl, listen.
Oh my God,
it gave me is it a perfect movie? No,
I don't need it to be.
It doesn't need to be. Is it the He-Man movie that I wanted as a child? Absolutely.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely gonna check out He-Man. And I forget, girl, I haven't even started. And X-Men '97 just started too, and I haven't seen it too.
Oh, I'm not gonna watch it until it's like all the episodes are out.
You gonna run the? Is that what we did last time?
No, I think we talked about it as it was going, but we can definitely talk about it as it's going.
Okay, I will try and hold that with you, but sometimes they don't do that. They'll take a break with releasing them, and then you gotta wait.
Oh, I may have to watch the first half.
So you might have to watch the first half.
I may have to watch the first and then come back. Yeah.
I got you. I'll let you know about the schedule. But yeah, we do have a lot of stuff to talk about.
We have to do a lot of stuff to talk about. But I think that's all the time we have for today.
All the time.
And we will be back next week. What do you want to tell the people?
I want to tell the people, like, you are a hot piece of just summer love, honey. So enjoy yourself. You know, keep yourself cool or keep yourself hot, girl.
And I want you to know that you are enough just as you are. Mm-hmm. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Hey Brunchers, we'd like to hear from you. Ask a question or share your thoughts by clicking the link in the description of every episode labeled Send Us Fan Mail, or email me roger.t, that's roger.t, at brunchblazeandbabble.com, or alexis.b, that's alexus.b, at brunchblazeandbabble.com, or you can visit our website at brunchblazeandbabble.com. That's brunchblazeandbabble.com. That website again is brunchblazeandbabble.com. We can't wait to hear from you.